Welcome to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends at Yarnspirations.com. I'm your host, Mikey, and today is the start of a stitch along with our friends at Yarnspirations. It is Boxing Day. We are going to be making this particular blanket over the next 4 weeks, and what we have is that we have a sample of doing the large square, and you'll need 18 of those. We have 10 half squares, which are right here on the corners, and then we have 4 corners, so we have 4 partial corners just like you see here. And in today's video we're going to focus on the main square. So there's 2 different colorways for this particular blanket. In this one that you see here, this is with the rainbow and rainbow mist, and so with this it gives it so many different color options with using Red Heart Bitty Stripes yarn. And the second version is Sunset Beach and Moonbeam, which is what I'm going to be playing with on camera today. So these balls are actually relatively large in size. Let me just zoom you out to see how big these things are. And so you'll see it's Bitty Stripes. You'll see your colors on the back side here with the ball label here. So if you want to do this particular blanket here, color A is using rainbow and it's 3 balls, and color B is rainbow mist using 2 balls. If you would like to do the alternative version, which is going to be Sunset Beach for 3 balls and then Moonbeam for 2 balls, so color A and B. You'll be using a 5mm size H crochet hook today. There is crochet stitch diagrams available for you if you'd like to follow that, and as well as an assembly to be able to do that, which we'll cover on week number 4 as we put it together in this particular format. So without further ado, let's begin to start, and let's just grab some yarn and let's play. The sample that you see on camera here is the Sunset Beach, and the Moonbeam is a white color. And so you can see the Sunset Beach has multiples of different colors that are coming out of the ball, and you just let them flow as they want out of the ball, which it really does a nice, beautiful random look, and it's really quite awesome. So you're going to be able to see all of this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 rounds in order to do this, and every one of the colors consists of 2 rounds. So we have 1 and 2 is one color, 3 and 4 is one color, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 is your final. And then this is going to be awesome, and let's begin to do this. So if you know how to do granny squares, this might be a piece of cake for you. If not, we're going to get you so that you can have a piece of cake too. Let's begin. If you are following the crochet diagram, you're going to be following it in a counterclockwise position like this. So we'll be going round and around. And how we can tell that is that the slip stitch here is on this side of the beginning chain. Therefore, we have to rotate in the counterclockwise position. So that's just something that will help you. And then when we do the other ones in the future videos, those are just going back and forth in the rows. So let's begin. We're going to use the color A for the first 2 rounds. This color that you see on camera is called Sunset Beach. Don't want to waste too much of it, so don't make your tail too long, and you're going to start off with a slip knot. Remember, on our tutorial channels, we have availability to be able to show you different techniques with just simple stuff like this, whether it's a slip knot or anything. So just stay tuned to our channel. You're going to begin by chaining 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you're going to take the hook and you are going to insert it into the very first chain, and then yarn over and pull through the first chain and the next loop to form the center ring. When you go around the first time, make sure that this loose end is just wrapped around the ring so that it gets stuck underneath, so you don't need to sew that in later. Let's begin round number 1. In round number 1, we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And then you're in the center of the ring, you're going to apply 2 double crochet. So let this straggler just wrap itself around that ring to get it stuck. So 2 double crochet. So you're going to find this yarn is quite addictive because the colors are going to change when it feels like it. So to turn a corner, you're going to chain 2. And then in the center of the ring, 3 more double crochet. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to turn another corner, so it's chain 2 and 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to turn another corner, so we chain 2 and put 3 more double crochet in. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And then we have to finish, so we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3. So if you're never sure, see if you just follow it up. There's the top of the next one, so it has to be this one. And you're just going to slip stitch in, so just put in the hook, yarn over, pull through and through to finish. And now I'm going to turn it over, and any of the strand that I did not bury, I'm going to take my scissors and just safely cut that down. Get that out of your face, and then you're going to start with round number 2 next. So every other round, which is round number 2, 4, 6, and 8, they're always going to be the starting of the same. And so you're going to begin by slip stitching over to the next chain 2 space. So you're going to slip stitch into the top of the first one. You're going to slip stitch into the next one. And you're going to slip stitch right into the corner. And this will get you to right where you need to be to start this round. And to start this round, you're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. You're going to put 2 more double crochet into the same corner. And this is the first half of a corner. And to turn the corner was chain 2. It'll always be chain 2. So in the same corner, put 3 more double crochet in there. So your corners are the equivalent of 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. In this particular granny square, where you're not going to chain 1 between the groups, we're just going to immediately jump to the next space. And in this case, it's a corner. So we start another corner of 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So I'll stay with you on camera today. We use video chapters in our videos. If you'd like to fast forward or go back in time, it's in the video description of this video. Okay, another corner is complete. We come to your next corner and we just start again. It's 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. We've hoped that you've had a good Christmas if you are observing this occasion, and you can let us know how you're doing and how your family is in the comments in this video if you feel like it. Okay, another corner is done. We come into the next corner and put in 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. The colors kind of changed from that blue to a different color. I love this yarn. It's very, very addictive, for at least to me. So we got our final of the corner, so 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, and this is it. So you're just gonna slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3 that you started with, and because 2 rows are now completed with this colorway, we are immediately going to end this color, so we need to snip it long enough that you can get a little tail out of there so that you can hide in the loose end. So just yarn over, pull through the loop, and turn it to the back of your granny square. Recommending that you do this all at the same time because it's going to save you a lot of aggravation then in the end having all the loose ends to deal with. And it just takes a few seconds. So just on the back side, just put it through to where that color was. So if your colors have changed, just don't pull that through any of the changed colors. So just keep it consistent. So we go through the first time, split the fibers, not just go between the strands for a better result. And each time I'm going to ask you to do that. This is how you've done it, and so you'll know how to do this in the future. So I won't demonstrate that each time. Snip the yarn down and then turn it over, and then you're going to begin round number 3 next. with our new color. It's called Moonbeam, and it actually looks like the surface of the moon. It's really amazing, actually. I love it too. Okay, so we're going to begin, and we finished right here. Okay, so right here. So I'm going to start in this corner, and we're just going to slip this. So put this onto the hook, the slip knot, and go right into the corner and yarn over and pull through and through. Now you're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Because this is a knot, I want you to lay it over top of that corner and bury it completely underneath. So you're going to apply 2 more double crochet into that same corner, going over top of that straggler. And if it looks a little sloppy, just pull it a little tighter. So you need to turn the corner, so chain 2 and put 3 more double crochet into that corner. So you now have a fresh corner using Moonbeam in this case. Now, the distance before the next corner is over here. So I'm going to let the straggler get out of my way, so I'm not going to bother, because if I drag it, you're going to see it. And you immediately go to the next space, which is in the middle of a side. So you just put 3 double crochet there. And so anytime it's not a corner, it's just 3 double crochet in a space. And there's no chain ones that separate them. It's nice and tight. So you have your next corner, it's 3 double crochet. Chain 2 and 3 double crochet. So what I'm going to have you do is go all the way around on round number 3, just with what you know. So it's going to be 3 double crochet in the space. You'll do the next corner and keep on going, and I'll meet you at the end of this round in a moment. So I'm coming all the way around, and so I'm going to, after the last one here, I'm going to slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, and that will conclude round number 3. And so we're going to keep this color going for another round, because every 2 rounds is the same color. Let's move on to round number 4. In round number 2, remember how I said it's always going to be the same start, so 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're going on to round number 4, so we have to slip stitch ourselves to the corner first. So when the color is being used twice, the second time you have to slip stitch over, and then that's where you're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and apply 2 more double crochet into the corner. So chain 3 equals a double crochet. To turn the corner, chain 2, and in the same corner you are going to put 3 more double crochet in. So the only difference of last round to this round is that there's more space in between before you get to the next corner. So last time there was just 1, now there's 2. So there's 3 double crochet in each one of the spaces. So I don't really need to count the spaces, I just do it. And then in the corners, it's 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So I want you to complete this round, number 4, and then we're going to change out our yarn at the end of this round, and then move back to the Sunset Beach for another 2 rounds. And I'll be right back in a moment. So I'm coming all the way back around. You see it might curl up a little bit. Don't worry about it, it'll work out. So just slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, and because this is the second round of the same color, we're going to snip it, we're going to weave in the ends, and then we'll get ready for round number 5 coming up in a moment. A quick tip before I go too far is that this end that we covered over, I would literally put this through a tapestry needle as well, and just to kind of hide that in a little bit better. Even though it's a slip knot, and even though you're over top of it, it's always the best way to have a little bit more insurance that it's covered. So back and forth a total of at least twice. You can do 3 times, but there is a slip knot holding it. So you can get rid of that and then get rid of the other one as well by weaving in the ends. Round number 5, we stopped here. So I am going to start in the first corner. So create a slip knot, go into your first corner, and do what you already know. So attach it, so slip stitch it, and then you are going to chain 3 and apply 2 more double crochet into there. Go up over top of that straggler to bury that underneath as well. You'll get rid of that later. So chain 2 is always to turn, and then 3 more double crochet into that corner. So the corners on this round, as always, will be 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And the only difference between the last round and this round is that there will be more spaces in between. So we have 1, 2, and 3 spaces to fill before you hit the corner. So there will be 3 double crochet in each, and corners will be 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Please complete this for round number 5, and I'll be right back in a moment. At the end of number 5, you're just going to slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, and because this is the first time using this colorway, we're moving on to round number 6, and that's next. 6 being an even number, we have to slip stitch ourselves to the corner first. And we can see that the color has changed. It's getting more sunsetty, and we chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and 2 more double crochet into that same corner. Okay, chain 2, and then 3 double crochet in. And now there's going to be an extra space that was in before the next corner will hit. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you got your corners of 2 double crochet, chain 2, or sorry, 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. So you'll do this all the way around for round number 6. At the end of round number 6 here, we're just going to slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, and this is going to be it for this color. So we're going to snip it, and I'm going to offer you a little challenge because it is a stitch along, and let's just go through what that challenge is going to be and see if you want to do that. So here's my challenge for you. I dare you to put a comment in the video of this tutorial saying I'm starting my squares, Mikey, and put the actual date on your comment. And then when you're finished all your 18 squares, come back to it and respond and saying I finished all of my squares. Let's see if you're finishing same day or next day or in a week or 2 or 3 or a month. And you can kind of be inspired by others. You'll realize that these won't take much time at all. There's only 3 rounds left, and they're exactly what you already know. So you'll need 2 more rounds of this secondary color, which is color B. In my case, it was Moonbeam. And then you just need 1 more round of the main color here of the sunset. So what I did for myself is that because I did multiple, I did 1 exactly so that I could just quickly leave it off to the side on the edge of the sofa and make sure that when I see the other colors that I know that I'm doing it as the same size, and there are 9 rounds altogether. So I'll be back in a few moments. So complete 3 rounds, 2 of this rounds of the next color here, and then 1 more round of this one, and I'll be right back. So I've just finished the 9th round, and it's just 1 round of this color that we started with, and I'm just going to weave in the ends. So now I'm going to challenge you. If you've been following along, you only have 17 more of these types of motifs to do for the blanket, and join me next week as we continue our stitch along. If you're following this stitch along in the future, the video will be next ahead here on the channel. We'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.